So the Seahawks have a goal in mind in terms of how to beat this team. In one of the key things, and something you point to a lot, and that is winning the turnover battle. Now, Clint Hurt has a goal in terms of the number of takeaways they need in this game.
Pass rush always has a big deal, a big part to do with that. We rush the passer obviously well on Sunday. We still only have one takeaway. The goal is always to try to get 3, in every game. So that's the big part. We obviously got that versus the Jets. We were short of that this past week. But, again, the easiest way to create turnovers is to obviously get after the quarterback. He's the most vulnerable with it. But we just want to keep on, stacking up good downs. The ball will come in bunches.
So they've done it one time this year, as he mentioned there. It happened January 1st against the Jets. They do have a number of games that they forced two turnovers in. But that elusive 3, I don't know if you're going to get that against this team. This is a team that you said, they're plus 13?
Yeah, plus 13, and that means also that they don't give the ball away.
Yeah.
So if you look at, they've only got 17 giveaways, which ranks 3rd in the NFL. So it's pretty remarkable because, the other teams that actually have taken care of the ball, the New York Giants, their quarterback used to give the ball up pretty regularly.
Danny Dimes?
Danny Dimes would cough it up, but, when you look at, like, the Bengals. But here's, just so you get some, reference point of how important that is. Here are the top teams in turnover ratio. Number 1 is San Francisco. They have a 10-game winning streak. They're plus 13. Next is the Cowboys, are plus 10. And then 3rd is the Eagles, are plus 8. And then it goes Detroit Lions, plus 7, Patriots. But the Bengals are positive. Jacksonville, who's in the playoffs this year, positive. Chargers are in the playoffs. Baltimore. And then I think the Steelers are kind of the outlier, the Steelers, Patriots, and Lions. But, yeah, it's always like 7 of the top 10. But it's not that miraculous. Like, it's not a magic, it's not magic fairy dust. Whenever you give the ball away, you're giving somebody a chance to score, and it takes away from your chance to score. So
extra opportunity, plus even if they don't score, maybe they're crushing the clock.
Yeah, they kill the clock. I mean,
your defense is tired. There are a lot of scoring, obviously, is the key, but there's a lot of positive that comes from that, even if they end up punting the ball.
Right.
So, the turnovers are absolutely huge. And that again, we touched on it to open the show in case you guys weren't with us, just talking about the weather and everything they're expecting currently. Again, that can change, subject to change. Yeah. But right now, really awful weather is expected, so you don't know that they're going to pass the ball that much or try to take too many chances through the air, which kind of killed my hope, because my hope was, all right, Brock Purdy's been great. He's a great story, Mr. Irrelevant, last guy picked in the draft. He's a rookie. He's been playing great, but maybe this is where he shows his inexperience. Maybe this is where the moment gets to him, because it's the playoffs and they're at home, and now there's a lot of expectation. You lose, you're done. Season's over. This isn't, regular season game number 12. This is it. So maybe he would start to feel that. Now with this weather, I'm thinking, all right, they're probably not going to put that much on him other than make sure it's a clean handoff.
Right.
Or a short little dump off or a little slants, they're not going to be risk averse. I would assume both teams are going to be that way.
Yeah, well, and they're pretty good. Bad news is they're pretty good at those, short little passes and making it easy for Brock Purdy. But look, the pressure is definitely on him. Somebody actually asked about, Gino's first playoff game. Well, Gino's been in the league for 10 years. I mean, if anybody's going to, all of a sudden maybe melt down or get nervous about this game, it's going to be Brock Purdy. So, but, that old saying, nobody told this kid he couldn't do it. Maybe he's just, like, oblivious to the whole thing and, like, is able to turn his brain off and not think about it. But, you like to think that you have the edge that way as far as your quarterback and maybe Brock Purdy. I mean, this can't be true, right? You can't just plug any quarterback into an offense and have the best team in the entire NFL. I mean, the record-wise, I don't think but they got 10 wins in a row. So it's pretty remarkable.
Really, I hate giving credit to the 49ers.
So I'm like, okay, maybe some regression to the mean here will take place, that we're not going to see this ridiculous performance out of Brock Purdy. But
maybe, listen, the weather could be the wild card that helps the Seahawks. Maybe it does, force turnovers. Maybe they cough the ball up even just running the ball. There's fumbles. Yeah. The ball gets slick. I mean, we'll see exactly what the weather's like, but that could even the playing field a bit. Whereas if, hey, it's pristine conditions and sunny and 75 degrees and everything's perfect, maybe that's where their speed and their physicality are really going to show up versus a sloppy field. And that field's been garbage before. We've seen that field look awful. If it's going to be soaked in rain and wind going on, they're at the same disadvantage the Seahawks are. So I don't know. That might even things out a bit if you're dealing with those elements.